Hey friends, it is the next day. I am still in Illinois. Um, Saw a town last night, stopped off, and Pontiac, which is where I am now, Pontiac, Illinois. I didn't know Pontiac, Illinois actually existed. Um, Ended up spending the night in a parking lot next to a field, and it was decent. Next, I was close to the main highway, so a little highway noise, and then in the middle of the night, I kind of woke up a little bit, and it was pretty quiet. It was nice. I had a good sleep. I was going to try and do some work last night. It just didn't happen. Trying to figure out this Route 66 deal is just tough. I mean, the road starts, stops, different towns. Last night, when I got to Pontiac, I noticed there was a museum in town. I actually drove into town and saw the museum. Of course, it's closed, but I just wanted to kind of venture out and see, and I did see the historic Route 66. I was actually on I-55, got off I-55. I did see another road for Route 66. I started taking that, and then I thought, I was trying to find somewhere to bed down for the night, and it was just looking like it was just totally rural, just dark, and I probably would have ended up driving all night if I would have been on that road. So I ended up getting back on the main road and then going a little further down and then staying where I stayed last night. And again, like I said, I slept so well. I had the heater on. It got warm in here. I turned it off. Middle of the night, I woke up and turned it back on because it was cold. We got down into I think the teens last night. Fahrenheit, maybe 16, 17 degrees Fahrenheit. I think we're due for like 35 degrees today in this town. I don't plan on staying in this town too long. Actually off to find something to eat. I don't think I have very many options in this town to get something to eat. But I'm off to find something to eat and then go back, do a little bit more work. And then hopefully I can get into the museum today and take a gander around and see what they got in there. I'd like to find a map, like an updated map of Route 66 and the highlights of the road itself too. Maybe we can do that. Hi. All right. Thank you so much. Have a good one. Thank you. All right. It is king today. Got me some hash browns, French toast sticks, and a croissantwich or whatever they call it. Yeah. I didn't get coffee. That's usually what I do in the morning, but today, yeah, my stomach's just ripped apart from all the acidicness of coffee, so I'm just choosing not to partake in it today. Although, oftentimes it is one of the most favorite parts of my morning, having a cup of coffee. But today I choose to feel good. So I'm in a Walmart parking lot. I'm just looking to just not camp, but do some work. So yeah. All right, we're gonna do this. After a few hours of getting some work done, I decided to take a break and head back into downtown Pontiac, Illinois. See the sights. In particular, I really wanted to see the museum and some of the things they had displayed out in back of the museum I wanted to see as well. Of course, I arrived late last night and really wasn't much to see. It was just kind of dark and it was super late. So here I go again, and hopefully I can get some good sights in. What caught my eye in this town, and of course many towns all across the Route 66, were the murals on the walls of buildings. Just beautiful paintings. In particular, this one across the street. This one was painted by Mr. Bob Waldmere. He was an avid traveler and lover of Route 66, and also what I would consider an early pioneer of the untethered, nomadic van life movement. Just wanted to get a peek at the town as well too, see what was going on. Of course, there really wasn't much going on. This was the height of the pandemic, and it was cold outside too as well. So all the cars there, most of the people were probably in those buildings. I think I was the only one walking around town, so it seemed like a ghost town. Anyway, this monument here in the town center was a tribute and salute to soldiers and sailors who served in that particular county. So, beautiful little town. Oh, there was one other person right there. Oh, I didn't even see that person. So I ended up making my way back to see if I can get into the museum, but first I had to take a look at some of the things that caught my eye behind the museum. There was a lot of Route 66 memorabilia and Americana. In particular, that beauty right there, converted school bus. And yeah, that belonged to the guy who painted the mural, Mr. Bob Waldmere, and that was the state it was in when he passed away in 2009, unfortunately. Here's just some memorabilia from somewhere in Illinois. I'm not sure where the hotel was or the motel, but this is a sign preserved, and there was a wishing well, I guess, outside of that motel as well too.
The sign on the wall here just explains a little bit more about the attraction. It's the original Route 66 wishing well and sign. It's from, I guess, Countryside, Illinois. I didn't know that was a town in Illinois as well, from 1941 to 2007. Again, that's a beautiful mural right there. Pontiac, Illinois, Route 66. But let's get to the real thing that caught my eye, and that's this huge Land Cruiser right here. Bob Waldmere's original converted bus. Was the last vehicle he had before he passed away. He had several vehicles that he used to travel Route 66, but this was the last one that he had. His prolonged passion for Route 66 began in 1962 when his parents took his entire family on a motoring trip to California via Route 66. So he was caught from that time on, and the legacy he left tells the story. They used to give tours of this when they were open, which I would have loved to have actually had the opportunity to walk through it, but again, they were closed, as you'll see here coming up. And look at this. This caught my eye. Air conditioning. Oh my God. Yeah, and you would have needed it, depending on when you were traveling Route 66. And again, just kind of a comparison to my van and this bus. Lot more space. Anyway, so I moseyed on, and this is the actual complex that has, in addition to a Waldmere, tribute, also on the inside. I think there's an original VW van in there. There's also like a war museum and other things in addition to Route 66 as well. But just wanted to take a look. This building's on the National Historic Register. Cool building. And yeah, so got up to it and was, to my chagrin, it was closed. And I kind of figured that anyway. And I was upset and sad. So I moved on and got some more footage of beautiful murals here. I mean, that door almost looks real, but it's not. And of course, that last door is real.
This is some of the original Route 66 that runs parallel to 116 Illinois. So I'm just outside of Pontiac and actually walking on some original Route 66. That is cool. Just a modest 2-lane highway with no shoulder. That's it. Wow. And it's been, for the last 7-8 miles, it's been running parallel to this newer part of the highway here.
So after my dismay with the museum, I decided to hit the road and get as far as I could to the next town, which was on my list, Joplin, Missouri. On the way, I encountered some trouble on the highway here. Looks like it was a semi accident, and apparently it was a package truck because there were packages strewn all over the highway. Well, friends, that's going to conclude this segment of Route 66. Stay tuned next time when we continue with Part 4. See you down the road.
Looks like he lost his load. Wow.